Dude, let me tell you something. When you die, you're God's pizza maker.
Please.
You're gonna make the pizza for God.
Located in Carroll Gardens, Brooklyn, Lucali is one of the most celebrated pizzerias in New York City, if not the world. The story of Lucali is the stuff of legend, and its enigmatic owner, Mark Iacono, has become a larger-than-life figure in the Brooklyn pizza scene. But to me, Mark is a mentor, a trusted confidant, and a friend. In 2020, Mark offered me the chance to host a pop-up at Lucali, launching my career in pizza and changing my life forever. Today, Mark has agreed to treat me to an ultra-rare VIP experience at Lucali, teaching me and the comedian Chris Distefano the secrets behind his critically acclaimed pizza. But first, I'm meeting Mark and my friend Scott Wiener in Lucali's backyard to hear about Mark's relationship with the late DeMarco of DiFara's and how he went from Carroll Gardens construction worker to one of the most legendary pizza makers on the planet. So, Mark, thanks for having us in the most coveted backyard in Brooklyn.
You never let me back here before, you know that?
No?
Yeah, my first time back here.
Well,
It is?
when you come here, this is where I hide.
Well, this is where you
Tell
hide.
him I'm not
I
here.
would hide here too.
Tell him I'm not here.
I would hide here all the time. Where do you put the tables back here?
I don't. Like I said, it's these chairs. We just sit.
That's it?
You know, friends come back here after they're done eating. You know, have a glass of wine at the end of the night and relax.
So I didn't want to come empty-handed, so I brought us DiFara.
Oh, yes.
I was wondering what was in there.
Yeah.
I smelled it. I knew it right away.
So this piece is from the legendary DiFara's, owned by Don DeMarco. Rest in peace to Dom. And I'm so honored that we get to share this together.
Here's the backyard,
Look at that,
and here's
perfect.
the dom.
Oh, yep, perfect.
The Dom.
The DiFara pie is so interesting because it doesn't look perfect ever. It's not perfectly round. It's not perfectly cheese to sauce ratio, nothing. But it's so perfect in taste.
Tomato sauce on this pie is unbelievable.
Yeah. So Mark, what was it like eating at DiFara's for the first time? And how did Dom's pizza influence your own?
He's the guy that kind of took New York style pizza to the next level. I had a friend who turned me on to Dom's place, and he was like, you gotta go. And I was like, yeah, all right, well, it's another New York slice joint. I never forget, like, that first bite. It was a WTF moment for me. I was like, wow. The first time I had his pizza was probably about 6 months before I opened here. And I was trying to, you know, create a pie, but he was just so stuck in my head.
Hi, my name is Maggie Mieles. I am the owner of DiFara Pizzeria, and my dad was Domenico DeMarco. My dad was the greatest, not just at cooking and making pizza, but he was the greatest father. People would say to this day, and will continue forever to say, he was an artist. His love for what he did became known not just in Brooklyn, not just in New York, not just in the US, but in the whole world. A lot of people are surprised to learn that the way we make the pizza at DiFara is we make the pizza dough throughout the day. We do everything in small batches. For example, when we make our tomato sauce, we hand squeeze the tomatoes in a small pot. That is the best way for it to remain consistent. I used to think my father was crazy with that, but he was brilliant. What I noticed the most about a lot of the pizzerias is a lot of them snipping the fresh basil on the pizza just like my dad did. Mark from Lucali has such a tremendous respect and love for my father, and that showed anytime they would be in the same room together. My father liked Mark a lot because he can see that Mark had a certain passion for what he does, and he's great at it. And Mark, he really, really looked up to my father. To this day, he speaks to my dad, and it's nice for me because that's what keeps him with us.
I've heard the story time and time again. You know that you're a Brooklyn staple, a pizza legend. But why? Why did you open Lucali? Like, why?
A cup of coffee. I went out for a cup of coffee Saturday afternoon. I mean, everyone knows this location was a place I frequented as a child. My parents came here when they were kids.
Candy shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was closing down. I bumped into Rosemary, you know, at the coffee shop. She was with all her friends. You know, Louis had passed away, and they were going to rent the space out. And she told me, and I felt horrible. You know, this is a place I grew up in. And that was it. You know, I got my coffee, I said goodbye, and I just stopped dead in my tracks. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to ask. And 2 days later, signing a lease with $5,000 to my name, not knowing what I'm gonna do here. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do pizza. The place was gutted out, and I just sit in a chair and think, how do I do it? What am I gonna do? How do I make it look? How do I lay it out? I was digging through dumpsters for wood, and like I'd go to construction sites and see what I could take off the sites. And no, really.
Yeah, I believe you.
Furniture.
I believe you.
And that was it. The place was done. And now I'm standing in here one day, and I'm like, wow, this place is really nice. I just got to figure out how to make pizza now. This one here of me and Dom, first photo of the two of us together. I had long hair back then.
I know, I see it. I want to see you like that growing up.
This is one of my favorite
Okay,
pieces.
show
Of course,
me.
I remember coming here as a kid, and like I remember always seeing this Dutchman. Yeah, right. The cigar counter was down there, and it was right next to the candy station. And I always remember seeing it. And then, over the years, it was gone, never to be seen again. And then while I was in here working on the location, I went downstairs, and Louie had a bunch of stuff stashed down there, and I remembered it as a kid, and I guess I threw that up there.
We can't be at Lucali without talking about the oven. And you actually built this oven, right?
Yes. What happened was I designed the oven, but I had to have someone make it. But as far as the design went and the shape of it, it totally against the grain.
Oh,
like
really?
I insisted on it. I was like, this is what I want. And he's like, all right, if that's what you want, I'll make it. And apparently it's wrong.
Like, what's wrong about it?
It's, usually you see these ovens from Italy, like they're these big
Domes,
domes. And
yeah.
This one isn't. This has 4 walls, and then just the roof is domed one way. So he kind of sent me all the parts, and I put it together.
You weren't a pizza guy before. You didn't come from a family of pizzeria owners. Came out of nowhere. How?
A friend of mine owned a pizzeria on Court Street, and he just so happened to be closing as I was opening. Old man Joe, him and his son Lenny, they had Leonardo's Pizzeria. And he came and he just showed me the basics. And I just basically, took what they showed me, and it just morphed into what it is today. One night, I'm making pizzas and the dough's not stretching. Here I am standing there, the orders are backing up, and I saw a wine bottle. And I just grabbed it and I started using that. And everyone was like, oh, he's using, look at that, he's rolling it out with a wine bottle. And then the pizza's...
Coolest move ever.
Right? And then I was like, wow, the pizza's coming out even better.
So what makes the Lucali pie so special to you?
So, first of all, the pizza to me is like a bridge between the old school classic pre-1950s brick oven pizza of New York and the slice shop pizza. It's really like the missing link between those two. The thing about the Lucali pie is that just like the DiFara pie, it's like it shouldn't be that great. And I'll tell you why I say that. Because he pulls out this wine bottle, he bashes out all the gas from fermentation, flattens out the edge. Academically, like on paper, it shouldn't be as good as it is, but it's great. And I think that's a beautiful thing about pizza, which is that all the nerdy stuff aside, it doesn't mean it's gonna taste good.
Exactly.
And more important than that, it doesn't mean it's gonna feel good to eat it. This is why people fly here from all over the place.
I believe
it's
it.
not because they wanna bump into Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Three years ago today, on this very date, you offered me your space here to do a pop-up. I want to tell you that I love you, and I'm so proud to learn from the greatest.
I never thought in a million years it was going to turn into what it turned into today. It's like every morning I wake up, I pinch myself. It's crazy.
Okay, so I had the comedian Chris Distefano stopping by. I told him that you were going to teach us how to make an authentic Lucali pie. Will you do that for us?
Absolutely. All right, Nicole and Chris, you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm
We're
ready.
gonna make pizza Lucali style.
Okay.
Amazing.
Have you ever made pizza before?
I've never made anything at all.
All right, you know what? Let me.
You smell good, Mark, by the way.
Gonna
You're a
help
man.
him?
You're a man. You smell like pizza and cigarettes.
I just had one. You've
Yeah.
been here before?
I've been here before. I was here once. My wife said we were here twice, but she must have been here with her ex.
He wrote
Or
it.
maybe Kern, or maybe the man she's having an affair with. I have no idea. It doesn't matter anymore, Mark. I'm here with you, and that's the main thing.
Yeah,
Do
we-
I snort this?
No. But he wrote a real nasty Yelp review when he was here.
No,
Here.
it wasn't me.
All right, you got your dough.
I got my dough.
Focus.
Sorry.
You ready?
Yep.
So first we're gonna start like just with the fingertips, like flattening the dough out a little.
Just the tip?
A little
Yes.
harder. Yeah, you're a little cocked. Hold on, let me turn it for you. Circles, like push it into a circle.
Push it into it. Okay. So
Don't
don't
be
make it look.
afraid.
So make it look like a fakak.
No, no.
Oh, okay.
You got a wine bottle there,
Oh, here
right?
we go.
Just hold
Okay.
on to that, relax, don't do anything yet.
Okay.
You're gonna place the bottle in the center and push out. And then you kind of want to put your fingers in here.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, here comes the
No.
joke.
All right. No, I'm just okay. Who's that, Mom?
Guys, remember, forward, then
Forward.
back, then
Forward.
turn.
Forward.
Forward.
And then,
Relax, you're
Forward.
like Frankenstein.
sorry,
right?
I got to be honest with you, Mark. It's too hard. I can't finger the bottle and
All
do
right.
this. It's one or the other.
Done.
Bang.
All right, now we're gonna set these on the side.
Okay,
Okay.
set them on the side.
We're gonna let them relax a little.
Oh, so you gotta relax and chill out?
Yeah, let them chill, let them
Okay,
relax. We'll have
okay.
a glass of wine and we'll come
Okay.
back in a little
Oh,
bit
I love
and
that.
make pizza.
Let's do it, man. I'm a
All right.
recovering alcoholic. I'm ready to break the sobriety right here. Ready to flush the life down the toilet at Lucali's. I feel like when other people from other cities or other countries come to New York, they could walk into any random pizzeria, get a slice, and they'd be like, "Oh my God, this is amazing." But if they walked into Lucali's and they ate that, they would kill themselves. It would be so amazing. They'd be like, "You know what? What's the point of life? I just had the best thing. You just told me not to trip over it, and you tripped over it."
I didn't trip.
Oh, sorry. When you started this out too, Mark, you didn't know that this was going to be
No, I
what it
had
became.
no
You were like,
idea.
I'm just opening up a pizza shop. It's either this or witness protection.
Yeah.
Yeah. You keep it simple. That's why I think you have success. It's just very, very simple.
All right, so I just stretch the edges, hand over hand.
Okay.
Right, and just give a little stretch. Right, don't pick the dough up off the table. Yeah, hand over.
This
hand.
is like cathartic. It's like meditation a little bit.
Yeah.
Watch me, look, hand over hand.
Do you like me?
You're a very nice guy.
Thank you. I appreciate it because I'm getting good vibes from you and Nicole.
All right, but you're picking it up off the table.
God, my hand.
Yeah, see, that's
Sorry
why I told
about
you not to
that. It
pick
just.
up. It's all good. Don't
went
worry. I
through
made
it.
extra. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
gonna take this guy.
I put a
and
big hole in
you're
it.
gonna finish up this guy. This is a low moisture mozzarella. We're gonna put the sauce, this one, and then after that we're gonna put the buffalo on. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
You're gonna take a ladle of sauce, right?
Okay.
You're gonna drop that ladle dead center.
Look at that.
Look at that,
You
perfect.
got this, you got this.
Right in the center,
The whole thing?
the whole thing.
There it is. Look at this. It looks like my small intestine.
All right, put the ladle away. Grab some cheese and just start like,
Just-
make it rain.
Make it, oh, okay.
Make it rain, make it rain.
This here it is. Just no rhyme or reason. Just get it on
No,
there.
exactly, yeah. Crack this in half,
Crack it right in half.
yeah. And just break off little pieces.
Okay, just a little bit. Bang.
Yeah, little pieces.
You know the game FMK?
No, never heard of it.
Fuck, marry, kill. Fuck, marry, kill. Sauce, cheese, dough.
What is he talking about?
You gotta fuck one, you gotta marry one, you gotta kill one. Sauce, cheese, dough.
I'm not playing this game.
Well, folks.
Listen, your pie's ready to go in the oven.
Okay, so you just shake it off a little
Yeah,
bit.
you give it a little shimmy. Nick,
Oh,
you got
look at
the
that,
sauce?
Nicole. Swirl life.
Swirl
Me and
life.
you.
He's not gonna like the way I swirl this out.
No, I think that's a good swirl.
You do?
You know what? Yeah, I'm
Aw.
getting sick of Mark's criticism, actually.
Hey.
Getting sick of his shit.
Keep it up, I'm gonna burn your pie.
One of the things that's different about doing it the Lucali way, when you slice the cheese this way, the melt is more even. Mark is really smart with doing it this way.
That wasn't
And
me,
then-
that was all Dom.
It's all Dom? Well, he's smart.
Whoa, look at that.
Oh.
Huh? I feel confident and I'm kind of ready after just doing this one time to open up right across the street and give him a run for his business. I think I'm gonna open up my own pizzeria.
Don't do that.
I feel good in here, dude. I wanna just fucking just start throwing cash at people. Let's fucking run a bookie business. Me and you, Mark. I wanna do
Coming out.
And you've never had a customer complain, right? You can't make
We
everyone
once had
happy.
someone in here from Chicago.
Was the name Sean Evans? Why don't we just do City Wars? Why don't we fucking invade Chicago? Let's get Zelensky to represent us, and we go in there. He's at everybody's college graduation. We could get him. Do you think Zelensky's ever been here?
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
I mean,
Not bad,
this
Nicole.
dude is a
Not bad.
legend. That's good.
This is like,
Not too
Sickening.
shabby.
dude. Let me tell you something. When
They're
you
good.
when you die, you're God's pizza maker.
Please.
You're gonna make the pizza for God. This pizza, truly. People say it's #1 in New York, and if it's #1 in New York, it's #1 in the country, and then in the United States, we're #1 in the world. It's #1 in the world. This to me is the #1 pizza in the world.
So, guys, this was so fun. Chris, thanks for making pizza with us.
Thank you.
Mark, you know I love you,
No.
and thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Every time I come in here, I just get so nostalgic of our time and how much you've done for me, and I just want to tell you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and I love you, love you, love you.
I love you more.
Give him a kiss.
Earlier.
If you don't do it, I will.